Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And this movie came out in 2023 as the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And it's directed by James Gunn, who directed the first two and also later did Superman from 2025 that I really enjoyed. And this one I also really enjoyed, and I remember enjoying all three Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I haven't seen the first one or the first two in a long time. I saw them when they came out in theaters and hadn't seen them since. I've reviewed the second one back when it came out, and I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I remember enjoying it. And same thing with the first one. I haven't reviewed it yet because I didn't have a channel back then, but I still remember parts of it, and there were moments that were fun for me. And overall, I thought this one was really good. And from memory, it's a pretty consistent trilogy. I do feel as though each entry brings something fun, and they all feel like James Gunn movies to me. They have a very similar feel to them, especially after watching so many Marvel movies. It was kind of refreshing to watch one that was not afraid to be fun, and that's what I really like about this movie. And the visual effects looked pretty great in this movie, and I do like the characters a lot. I enjoyed each of them, and the character dynamics are great. The cast, the chemistry these actors have on screen really works for me. Loved all that, and the action scenes were mostly enjoyable. There were a couple moments where it was a bit difficult to make out what was going on, but for the most part, I thought the action scenes were fun and enjoyable at the very least. And I did enjoy how this movie tried to touch on Rocket's backstory, because that was something that we hadn't really gotten in any of these Guardians movies. It was mostly just Peter Quill, and I think we got a little bit of Drax from the first movie. I don't remember that too well. Gamora, Nebula, and those characters had already been established, and Groot, he's more or less just a comedic relief character, and Rocket was a character that was not yet developed yet fully, and this one we really got that, and I was happy to see that. This movie is 2.5 hours long, and I didn't feel the runtime personally. I thought it moved along pretty quickly. Every scene in this movie moves the story forward, and it's enjoyable. It's fun. It delivers on what you would want from a movie like this. I was also happy that I was able to tell that this was a James Gunn film, because with many Marvel movies, either the director has a little to no voice involved in it, or it's just a no name director and they are just hired because they're just a part of the Marvel machine and will just be like a yes man around these studio executives. And I was happy to see that wasn't the case here, because I do feel as though I got a James Gunn movie out of this. I also enjoyed the tone of the film. That was something that kept me going throughout, and I liked the villain of the movie. He was kind of fun. And to get into issues with this movie, the comedy didn't always work for me. I was surprised how much it was working for me, because most of these Marvel movies I don't really find to be very funny, but this one I feel as though was better written and had better characters, and with that I feel as though it was able to be a bit more natural, and it came across as kind of fun. But there were some moments where it didn't always work for me, and the aspect ratio changing during action scenes, that was also distracting for me. And whenever that happens, I'm just like taken out of the movie and concentrating on the black bars, either changing, being completely absent, or just coming right back. And I was like, that's distracting to me. I notice it. It just kind of bugs me, and it kind of reminds me of Christopher Nolan movies where the aspect ratio changes. And this movie does have plot holes in it and stuff that doesn't really make any sense about it, and the dialogue was kind of bad at times, where it just didn't really feel natural, and just felt written in such a way where the studio was probably interfering with that or something. I have no idea, but there were times where it just felt unnatural to me, especially in certain moments. And there was also one moment towards the end of the film involving Rocket and a decision that he made. That was like, okay, you're clearly only doing this just so you can be alone with the villain, and that just felt a little forced to me. But I still enjoyed this movie a lot, and I would definitely come back to it. I had fun, and really all of these Guardians movies I come back to, probably. They're fun movies. They feel like James Gunn movies. They sell me on what I would like to see. And they're just good movies overall. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Insomnia from 1997, the original. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.